Well, hello and welcome to your morning jumpstart. Whether you are tuning in the morning or later on in the day, I just want to welcome you to today's video. The topic that I want to talk about today is the real reason you don't fit in. But before I get into that, I just want to quickly introduce myself to anyone who might be new. So my name is Shalisa. I'm a confidence coach and mentor. And really, I'm just called to serve people that need to get centered in their identity in Christ and move forward in their purpose with courage and with confidence. So that's really what I'm here to do and what I hope that these videos help you to do. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about it, the real reason that you don't fit in. So tell me if this is you. Have you ever had a time where you set up an appointment, not an appointment, but like a meetup with some old friends that you used to hang out with a lot? And so you meet up and things just aren't quite the same. It's just not clicking quite like it used to. You know, your interests aren't really the same anymore. The things that you used to do that was fun at the time really isn't fun anymore. The connection is just different. Not saying that you don't still care about that person, but it's just different. It's even sad, like if you think about it, because the relationship altogether has just changed. And yeah, you do have those relationships where you can just kind of pick up where you started, or start where you left off. But a lot of times those relationships just change and they're not the same anymore. Maybe some of you even, you're just not clicking with the company that you keep right now. And you know it in your heart, like deep down you know it and you feel it. Maybe you're kind of denying it a little bit, or you're just seeing what's there. You make plans to hang out with these people and, you know, there's just something missing and you know it. Some of you might even feel alone right now. Like you don't have anybody. Your friends used to, you know, want to meet up with you and they would make plans with you. They would check in on you to see what you're doing or how you're doing. And all of a sudden it's like you've just been ghosted. Like you are just left out. That you're just kind of looking in on their life and you're like not a part of it anymore. Maybe you're the one who used to be the go-between and you used to check in on people and make plans with them and that's how it was happening. But now that you've kind of set yourself to the side, I don't want to say to the side, but you're realizing that it was a one-sided thing. If you're not checking in with them, if you're not making plans, then nothing is happening there. And that sucks. You know, that really does suck. But sometimes certain friendships and certain relationships, they're just not going to align with you because they're not really for you. These people will simply, you know, not be able to handle what it is that you carry. That spark that you have, that anointing that you have, that thing that makes you peculiar, makes you different. It may not be clicking with them because they're not for you. Those things that make you you, that other people maybe don't get about you. I want to invite you to consider that the reason that you're feeling this way is because you're a chosen one. Because God chose you. And if you remember this, you are set apart. You're set apart. You're not made to be like everybody else. And before you were formed in your mother's womb, He says, I knew you. The truth is, not everyone is for you, and that's okay. God not only has the right people that are in your path, the right people for you, but their intentions will be pure. You may not even realize that some of the relationships that you have right now, they don't really have your best interests at heart. They're friends with you, but maybe they don't have the right intentions and you don't realize it. There could be a lot of people in your life who have ulterior motives. Maybe they want what you carry. I don't know. Only God knows. But there are some people who are just not going to be right for you, and there's a reason for it. You just have to be willing sometimes to let them go. And allow Him to renew your mind, but remove relationships that need to be removed from your life, if that makes sense. So you have to be able to trust Him, to give Him everything, right? And allow Him to position you and position people who are going to be in your path that, again, they're for you. They are the right people. He knows what season that you're in right now, and He knows what you need in your life. So trust Him to make that possible for you. I really truly believe that this is your season for coming out. Come out from among them. Let your light so shine. It's time. It's time. This is your season. It's your time to come out. You are made for such a time as this. All right? And all you got to do is embrace it and everything that comes with it. Sometimes it's not the most comfortable. And actually, you've heard this, growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. You have to get out of that. And again, this is your season for coming out. That means you have to come out. You have to be willing to break out of your shell a little bit and let what's put inside of you come out. And be you, because you know what? The real people who are your people, they're going to like you because you are you. Right? So this is your time to shine, okay? And a sudden lifting is truly coming. I want you to realize that, to take that to heart. A lifting for all of the things that is going on in your life right now. It's coming. And you're being positioned right now. The people in your circle are so important. It's really going to matter in your life. It's going to matter in your future. It's going to matter. So there may be people who are needing to be weeded out because they're just not in the same place that you are. And that's okay. They may be on a journey of their own. So you have to accept that as well. That God could be putting them through their own process and they may just be in a different place than you. So you have to follow the lead of the Lord. Like, what is He asking you to do now? What is He asking you to give up? And that includes relationships, and that includes being included on all of the things that maybe aren't right for you, that you know that you're not supposed to be doing, or places you're supposed to be, whatever. So what does that look like to you? Are you willing to let some things go so that you can grow and so that some big things can start happening in your life? I'm sure that you've heard this, that iron sharpens iron, right? So our relationships, they're designed to sharpen us. And if you're never being sharpened and you're the only one who's doing the sharpening, it gets really exhausting. It gets really exhausting. And you have to be able to fill your cup up too. You have to be full so that you can pour into other people. And the relationships that may be draining you, that you love the person so much, but you just know that maybe right now is not a good time to continue because it's draining you. Maybe even some people in your life, they're toxic to you and you don't necessarily see it. It's time to evaluate the people in your life, because the real reason that you feel the way that you do is because you're a chosen one. Not everybody was chosen. It's sad to say, but not everyone was chosen. Everyone was given an opportunity, but not everybody is chosen. So that's why you've always felt a little bit weird, a little bit off, not quite like everybody. It's because there's a purpose and a plan for your life, and when it comes to God, a lot of times that is gonna mean rejection. But He's gonna use all of that rejection that you felt in the past. He's gonna use it for something really great. So it's important to understand that there isn't any relationship that doesn't influence you. You can hope to be the one who's doing all the influencing, but guess what? It's a two-way street. Relationships, they go two ways. So whenever you're hanging with somebody, you have to realize that they are influencing you. And you can try to be the better influence, but you may not be called to that. You may not be called to that. And this next level may be requiring that you have a really awesome support system. People who lift you up, people who are there to give you value. People who will enter and give value to your life and not take it. Some relationships kind of just take and they never really give back. So it's important to find a relationship that adds that value and doesn't just take from you. As long as you're around them, that's what's going to happen. So, who around you do you just kind of know in your heart that it's time to let go? Maybe you need to start thinking about this stuff because something is around the corner. Greatness is around the corner. It's calling your name, and you can't keep living the same way. You can't keep reverting to the past. You can't keep living the same way. You're going to have to come up higher. You're going to have to come up. Rise to the occasion. And you can. I believe that you can do it. And you're here for a reason. You're watching this video for a reason. Because you know. Because you know that's where you're at. And great things are on the horizon. So be encouraged in that and know that there are relationships that are going to be so awesome and that are going to fill you up so much, and they're going to make you just overflow with joy. That is what a real friendship should be like, man. It really should. It should. And if you have that now, that's awesome. Hang on to that. Hang on to that. Someone who uplifts you, someone who supports you, someone who has your back. Because there's a lot of people that unfortunately don't. And they may seem like it. And when they're face to face with you, you're great. But when you turn your back, they don't have such nice things to say. Or maybe they don't say anything at all, but in their heart, it's not good. What they really think about you, it's not nice stuff. So, jealousy is a real thing. And it sucks because everyone is so unique and so beautiful in their own way. And sometimes you just wish everybody could see that they could see that your individual spark is so perfect that you don't have to be like this person. You don't have to be like that person, and you shouldn't be jealous of them because you're so unique and you're so special, right? Like, you wish everybody could get that. But not everybody does, and they're jealous of you, and they're jealous of what you have. Even though they could have the same, they could have greater. Who knows? If they would just walk down the right path and start building their own confidence. But anyway, it's kind of a side note. That's a whole nother message. So I really just wanted to come in and encourage you with with maybe where you're feeling right now and why you feel like things are just not clicking the same and you feel a little bit alone or like an outsider or whatever the case may be. Just know that there are people out there for you, and they're coming if they're not already here, that your help is coming. So that's my encouragement to you today. And if you loved the video today, I just want to invite you to give it a quick like, because that really helps. And also I want to invite you to check out the link that I have for my 4-day Confidence Jumpstart, which I put together for you guys, which is really, really great. I also have another challenge that I am about to do. So I'm really excited to announce that today, but it's called Rekindle Your Spark. And I'm going to be giving you guys more information as it comes, but right now I know what I'm doing, and we're going to do it very soon. So keep in touch with me in regards to that. Keep checking in. So make sure you follow the link, because I'll be putting it in there probably more than in videos. So make sure that you follow that link and that you're in this community. But yeah, don't forget to hit the thumbs up on the video. And if you are watching on YouTube, subscribe, okay? And click the bell so that way you're getting notifications when anything new drops. So all the latest and greatest in regards to updates. But that's what I had for you today, and I will catch you guys in the next video.